I got engaged with her in 5 weeks, and we got married in 2 months.
That's amazing.
And I remember 10 days into meeting her, we were at this, we were in San Francisco at this wine bar type thing. I don't even drink wine, but I was trying to be cool. And I looked her in the eyes and I gave this big speech and I was like, I love you. I love you.
I love this so much.
She looks me in the eyes and she goes, thank you. How do we deal with dating with girls?
Dating with girls in this era is interesting. I have a lot of thoughts about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Me Too scared young girls a lot. And I think I scared them a lot, at least in LA, maybe not all over the US, but the girls that I watch that are friends with my girls are very, very cautious about dating. And I think that's really shitty. And I think several people got hurt in the Me Too movement in legitimate ways, but that's not every person's experience in a relationship, in a heterosexual relationship. And what I watch with these girls, young girls, is a real hesitance to get involved. And that bums me out because I fucking love my husband and I love my relationship and I love dating in high school. I loved dating in college. I loved it. And I don't like that. So my girls haven't dated much and they are not unique in their communities. So, you know, I don't know. I don't really know completely what to say or to think about it. I think I'm still watching and trying to figure it out. What's your favorite part of her? What do you like about her most?
Taylor is such an amazing person with, she does a great job of humbling me, which I hate, but she humbles me when I do get a little too high. But besides the beauty, besides all the cliche, shallow things you can say about a beautiful woman like Taylor, her emotional maturity is incredible. Like her ability, I'm very much like this, as we've already established early in this show, but her ability to kind of stay consistent, stay the course, and open up doors of different views for me when I'm going through a situation is above anybody else I've ever met in my entire life. To where like, if I have an issue, whether I, you know, figure it out begrudgingly because she's now telling me again and I'm like, I can figure this out for myself. One way or another, I'm going to see it a certain way, how she casts the light on it, how she casts the net. And it's like, it's very, it's super special because it's like without her, I joke because
dead.
I would be dead. My first, I always like joke, like I signed a contract, my second contract, my first contract was all me because I didn't know Taylor. My second contract was my wife because the day I met her is when my football career like shot into a new atmosphere. And it really, I remember going to OTAs, which is organized team activities. It's done in, you know, April, May, June. And that was the time between that off season, they were talking about replacing me and drafting somebody new and all that. And I went into OTAs and multiple coaches, multiple players were like, yo, what's different about you right now? And it was like such an obvious difference because I was with her and it was like such a grounding experience. So I loved it.
What is your least favorite thing about her? Is there something that just drives you nuts? Because I know what it is about me for Bert.
I think, you know, Taylor is... She's going to see it too. As much as Taylor is so great with her emotional maturity and the communication. Yeah. There are so many times where I find myself now being 32 years old, where Will and I are traveling all over the place and there's, you know, we're trying to build Bustin' with the Boys and you go and you sit all day with people and it's like, hey, I got one thing for you. I got something for you. And it's like, kind of gets like, hey, can we what is the issue? And like, let's figure out the solution right here. Like, how can I spend as little time as possible finding the solution? And then Taylor is a person who, great communicator, loves to talk through fucking everything. Can I curse? I don't know if I can curse.
It's fine, yeah.
Yeah, loves to talk through everything. So a lot of times I'm thinking to myself, brother, like, let's just figure out the solution right now. And I feel like we could have been over this and on to the next subject or something 3 hours later.
So do you mean like she likes to talk about it because she needs to talk about it? Or she has to talk about it to find a solution? Because, you know, women sometimes just need to talk about it, right?
Are you a fan of Jordan Peterson at all?
No, very little, just a little bit.
So Canadian guy, really well spoken. Some people love him, some people hate him, but he has he talks about relationships and how important communication is in relationships. And men naturally go to what's the problem? Okay, let's go find the solution. Yeah. As opposed to women who essentially, if you're looking at this path and there's so many, let's say 20 stones. Every single stone has to be unturned before you can see the end result.
He's not the first person who came up with that.
Right, exactly. He was just the last YouTube short video I watched of motivation.
That was also on the way here. Also in a very shitty book called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus.
Yes.
Same exact concept.
I got engaged with her in 5 weeks and we got married in 2 months.
That's amazing.
And I remember 10 days into meeting her, we were at this, we were in San Francisco at this wine bar type thing. I don't even drink wine, but I was trying to be cool. And I looked her in the eyes and I gave this big speech and I was like, I love you. I love you.
I love this so much.
She looks me in the eyes and she goes, thank you. But I mean, it's been 10 days and overly persistent over and over and over again. Like after that, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And then she came back to Arizona. We drove down to Arizona and she left and came back and I had a ring waiting.
Oh my God.
And she like literally, I think until we like a few months after we were married, she still wasn't sure of like if this was going to work out or not.
Even after you were married?
I was just super persistent, super persistent about like, this is 100% it. And it's just got to happen. Now it's been like 8 years. It'll be 8 years in April.
Yeah. That's so awesome.
Yeah.